everyone, thank you for tuning in. I am your instructor Joy. Today I'm especially excited because this channel just reached over 20,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I thank you very much. Thank you all of you for your kind support, with your kind questions, comments, booking lessons with me, and supporting me here and also in my Patreon page, with your time, with your donations, and sending me kind comments and emails. I really appreciate. Thank you so much. So this video will be an answer to a subscriber. This violinist was wondering whether I could compare C major 3-octave scales from main method books such as Hrimaly, Sevcik, Flesch. Even though he has only 3, I put also Galamian in this video. I thought it was worthy to mention it because there's something interesting going on. So we'll be comparing those 4 scale books using the same C major 3-octave scale and analyze which fingerings they are doing and why they are doing and how we could benefit from, and how we choose which fingering we use when we play or study our other repertoire pieces. Let's start what traditional fingerings are in general. When we talk about traditional violin school, we're talking about German violin school. Most of the part of the world, that's what we mean. So now we are talking about traditional violin school like to use odd number positions when we shift, such as 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, and so on. So you would start 1st position, then you shift to a 3rd, then 5th, then 7, on and on like that. So Hrimaly uses exactly that. He sticks to the traditional method, starting 1st position, shifting 3rd, 5th, 7th, and so on. So C major, he starts in the 1st position. Here we shift to the 3rd position. Now, then he continues. Now we're shifting to the 5th, 7th, now 9th. Yeah, that would be rather traditional way. Now it's good to learn that one. Hrimaly is often the very first scale book a lot of violinists start using. The only problem here is we're shifting 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So we're shifting here 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's wrong with the shifting 4 times? Whenever we shift, whenever we move our hand, we are risking our intonation to get lost. Or whenever we move, it's hard to keep it in control. So we lose control, therefore we have tendency to get out of tune. So here it comes curve fleshing. No, we're not going to stick to the traditional way. We're going to come up with a new way. We're going to use not always odd number positions such as 1st, 3rd, and 5th. We're going to start in the 2nd position and go 6th and 8th position on and on. And that's what curve flesh did. So curve flesh starts not in the 1st position, but he led us to shift to the 2nd position. Now here, he started from the 2nd position. Now instead of going to the 3rd, the traditional way, he goes to the 4th position. Then continues. Now here's 6th position. Then here last one, he just allows us to extend pinky. That way, we shifted 1 time less, so we shifted only 3 times, and then we get away by just extending the pinky because just half step, which is a great idea. And then Sevcik uses the same fingering. It's just different rhythm, but we'll talk about that one maybe another time. So say my 4, 6, 8. Also extending that one. It's a pretty good improvement. So from 4 shifting, we're down to the 3 shifting. And then Galamian comes like, wait, I even have an even better solution. Now I can make you play C major 3-octave scale only with 2 shifting. What? You're wondering? Yes. So that is why I had to include Galamian in this comparison or analyzing scale, because he often comes with this untraditional, brilliant solutions. It's not always the best way of pick Galamian's fingering, but often I always come back to Galamian's because he has many great ideas. So he's not starting from first position, he's not starting from second position, he's starting from the third position, which is not hard for us to do once you learn how to play high positions. So you go, then you're in the third position, excuse me. Then he goes, the way he normally does, here. Now we're shifting from third to the fifth. So we're already in the fifth position now. Now here, he's gonna shift straight to the eighth. And then he's extending picket. That's pretty clever, isn't it? So again, we're starting the third position. Now fifth. Now we play 1, 2, 3, so that we go straight to the eighth. Now extension. That's why when it comes to such scale, in this case, my favorite is so far Galamian, because we can play the same thing with a minimum number of shifting, only 2. Now when it comes to descending, the traditional way, or many people like to use 3-4-3, 3-4-3. Because somehow, so the coming down, let's say, some people like to do fourth finger, or like better. When you come down with a fourth finger, the distance you have to move from pinky to here, it's quite great. Not only is the distance is great, also we're using the weakest finger to do hard jobs such as shifting. That is why traditional way would prefer to do third finger, third finger, third finger. That way we can still do that, but use stronger finger. Now, there are some shiftings that use second finger as well, but I find it 3-1, 3-1 the ideal way. It works well with a shape of our hand, and then also using strong fingers such as third finger. And that's what most of these scale books do. Now, so let's see the Hrimaly here. Now come down 3, 3 again. Now come down to the first. That's what the Hrimaly does. Now Flesch, he had a pinky extended, then bring it back. Now here, 3, that's 3 again. Yeah, again. Extension. 3, then stays, and then stays that way. Now, Sevcik here, even though he went up, he did the ascending scale just like Flesch, he's trying a little different. Instead of coming 3-1, 3-1, he's trying 2-1, 2-1. And he's using second finger to shift. The idea, when you think about it, it is logical to think, well, second finger and third finger are one of the stronger fingers that should work. But somehow, going up with the second finger works, but coming down with the second finger makes our hand a little jerkier. That's how I find it with myself, and also in my teaching studio with my students. So this is Sevcik way of doing descending C major 3-octave scale. He comes down, extended finger back. Then here. Now using second finger. Then use second finger again. Then stays there. Then use the second finger again. And we're back to the second position. It could be an option, because depending on what kind of passage you do, that might be helpful. Now, Galamian, here he approaches a sticks a traditional way. So he comes back here. So pinky, 4/4. So extended fourth finger back to its normal position. Now 3. Now 3 again. Oh, sorry. 3. Now he goes to not 3 but second finger because he wants us to finish with the second finger in the third position. Yeah, so if you had come down to the 3, that would have passed it. So the idea is same, 3-2-1, 3-2-1, but in this case the last one is 2-1 and only shifts twice, just like it went up. 3, 2. So that was now Galamian way of doing it. So number of shifting when it comes to ascending, the least shifting number had was Galamian because Hrimaly had a 4 shifting upwards, Flesch and the Sevcik had a 3 shiftings on ascending, whereas Galamian only had 2. In descending, again, Galamian stayed with the 2 shiftings, which the other ones made it 3 or sometimes 2. So that is why when it comes to this particular C major 3-octave scale, I find it the most efficient fingerings or most efficient way of playing so that you can play slow and fast would be Galamian way of approaching. Now, you're wondering, how do we know when to shift with a 1-2-1-2 when you shift up, like, or 1-2-3, 1-2-3? It all depends on, excuse me, it all depends in the context of the music. If you're playing fast runs, 1-2-1-2, even though every time when you shift you're risking the intonation, but when it comes to fast running slurred notes, it's important to have an articulated left hand, and that's what 1-2-1-2 fingering does. If I do 1-2-3, it's a little excuse me, it's a little unclear, a little bland. So that's why when it comes to fast work, it's better like that. But let's say if you end up doing 1-2-1-2, the scale fingering that comes with is 1-2-1-2-3-4. If you're just doing fast, that's fine. But if you're staying, you have to stay there one. Vibrating with a weak finger such as pinky is not the ideal. So in that case, you would do 1-2-3. So you can use stronger finger to vibrate. Yeah. So now, how do we know which fingering it works? First, find a fingering that sits naturally, most comfortable way with your own playing and with your own type of hands. And then also depending on the speed or the length of the note that comes again to the right fingering. Such as we know whenever we shift, we're risking the intonation because we're moving our hand. We know also when it's a sustaining note, it is better to use finger that is a little stronger and avoid the pinky, with a small exception. Yeah. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching and hope to see you again. Bye bye.